we did it, and we officially have our 6th slot. So we just summoned a few units, and now ultimately we're going to reassign these slots. We're going to go with the Pyromancer as well as the Musician because I want to add the range to our attack. So let's go ahead and let's run over to our enchant real quick. Let's add our Pyromancer and get something decent on our Pyromancer. So for right now, we are going to go ahead. Let's see, we got Wisdom, which is going to be XP gain by 50%. So that's really good if we're trying to master our unit. So let's go ahead and keep that for now. And let's go through our units. As you can see, our mastery isn't quite there yet. But ooh, baseballer. We do get to upgrade the range. So that is now a silver baseballer. Let's see. Oh, marksman. A gold marksman. All right, that is another boost right there. So that is awesome. We are cooking. So we've got those equipped. We've got our air attack taken care of. Pyro, we've got our splash. Musician, we have a little bit more extended range. So let's go ahead. Let's hop in here and let's see what we can do now. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop into base plate. We're going to go ahead and stay without for now. But of course, we've got to test hard. Is this good enough to beat hard right now? Because if it is, then we've got an increased grind where we can get more coins faster and we will be rich soon. Let's go ahead, get everything placed here. Let's watch a little bit of gameplay and let's join in and see, because we've got our marksman down. Now, I think, based upon the range here, I'm going to definitely need a second one in back. All right, we got a little bit of a leak, but we do not have the 1 health on, so we are okay. All right, we've got our second marksman down. Place, and all right, there we go. We got our third marksman down. We are starting to get closer to that spawn, so let's see if we can get another one placed here real quick. Boom, got it. All right, look at that. We are going around the loop and we are doing great. Oh, look at this. We are taking hard down. Let's go. All right, I know we're going to need to start leveling it up. So let's go ahead. Let's drop our musician and let's add that additional range to our marksman. All right, we've got that down. And let's go. As you can see, we have now a yellow ring around the outside of our marksman, which is going to increase the range. So we're going to go ahead and continue on here. And let's keep pushing. Whoa, did you see how big that circle got? This is impressive. Musician is definitely a key piece in pushing forward for our marksman here. So let's go ahead, continue to get everything leveled up. And let's see. All right, let's get some more marksmen down. And let's get another one. And another one here. And we are officially getting through that loop with these back marksmen right off the rip. Let's go ahead and continue leveling our stuff up here, and let's see what we can go ahead and do. And this is where it slows, as we're waiting for our next batch of units to come through, and so we can attack. All right, here they come. Let's see if we get everything done. And all right, bigger range. We've got some of those stealth units. All right, we got those through. So we are still looking good. We've only taken a little bit of damage. All right, let's get our pyro down and start getting this leveled up. As you can see, we've already got it through some of the armor. All right, we've got our stealth handled by our back marksman. We've got our armor set. We need to get stealth for pyro, so we need to level this up again. All right, so now we have stealth and armor ready to go. These units are running through. Let's get another pyromancer down. These things seem to be eating some of this earlier damage and taking out these units. So let's keep pushing through it as we progress. We want to make sure that we are getting close to spawn camping, and we are starting to back up a little bit. That's got me a little concerned to make me think that we are not going to get through hard here. But let's keep pushing through as we progress and see what happens. All right, we need a little bit more money. All right, let's level up again. Okay, so now we're at max for marksman. We've got some nice big range. All right, we've got even more range here. We've got stealth locked, fly locked. So we are looking good on our marksman and back. So they are covering that front little loop. They are covering most of the map with the musician. So we are looking really strong there. So let's go ahead and keep pushing here, because realistically, when we get to this King Noob, that is going to be our biggest problem. So let's hope that we can go ahead and start taking down the King Noobs. We are approaching the back end of our waves as we are getting closer into the run. All right, and we are struggling to get rid of this King Noob. Got a second one coming around here. Let's see. Ooh, he's making that back path, and that is definitely not the last wave. I don't think we're going to be strong enough to make it, but we're not going to give up here. We're going to continue to try and see if we can get other things placed down. Let's see where we can go. Max out our pyromancers. See if we can max out our marksman and musician here to get the most range that we can possibly get. All right, we got everything maxed out for that marksman. Let's get our pyromancer. Okay, maxed out there, maxed. All right, let's see if we can get another one down. So let's go ahead and get them upgraded. And we've got the flying unit that's making it super far. This is definitely not looking good, but we'll probably come down to the Noob King and see exactly how far it gets. So let's see. We've got, okay, all the rest of the units are dropping pretty quickly. Let's get through these. Oh, we're not even focused on the Noob King yet, which is not good. Okay. All right. Now we're starting to push through to the Noob King, but we are already almost a quarter of the way around. All right, so we still have the first major unit. Okay, so now we're full focused on the boss. And as you can see, it is coming down. It is not coming down super fast. I have a feeling we are going to need a mythic before we go ahead and actually are able to beat hard mode. So let's continue on here, but we're going to place it down. We're not going to give up yet. We're going to make it defeat us. Let's go all the way through here. Come on, push, push, push. Oh, not even halfway damage. We've made the halfway of that curve. So roughly when you cross over outside, that's about halfway. And we're not halfway damaged, but we didn't start attacking it until a little bit later. So I'm hoping here that we can get this through. Come on, level up. Got that almost all set. Oh, I don't think we're going to make it, but let's keep placing things down. Oh, I do have to say that the fun part of this game is realistically that we aren't always going to win. And I quite enjoy that part, and how much you actually have to dedicate yourself to leveling up and beating this game. So definitely hitting these last two corners. Lost the front half of our units, and we're definitely not going to make this, it seems. And we've got this last little bit down roughly. Yeah, we still have over a quarter of the damage and a few little blocks. Didn't make it. Now, I will be the first to tell you that this game is a grindy game, and that is actually one of the reasons why I quite enjoy it. So we're going through here. I've got this at 100x. We're just speeding through gameplay because realistically, we just need to play the game. I need to get coins. I need to get gems. I need to get everything I can so we can try and get that mythic, because that mythic is going to be the difference between us beating hard mode and not beating hard mode. But obviously, as we progress here, we're beating this fairly easily, and I'm starting to pick up new strategies. Like ultimately, you'll see there, I had baseballer. So I figured out that baseballer up front was the best way to go ahead and beat the level. So I continuously placed my baseballers there. As you will see here, as we are now testing 3 modifiers within the game, that we are going to stick to that strategy. So we are going with medium, but we are going with 3 modifiers here. So obviously we're going to go ahead. We're going to start by getting some additional money down, because we've kind of got this part of the strategy set. And the first one that I've been doing is ultimately kind of still a little bit defensive, which is placing our marksman at the back, which is going to protect the back half. So we're going to get 2 of those down with the money that we've got. And usually that's enough to protect me. Now we are doing 1 life, so if we get hit once, we officially lose. So let's go ahead. Let's get these units placed. We've got 2 marksmen in the back. We're going to start getting 1 up front. We've got our farms going down. We want another farm going down here. And then now we're going to go ahead and continue through. So we have our pyromancer at the front half of the corner, and we have 3 marksmen down. Let's make sure that they have air attack. And now we have our baseballers going down. And these guys are really good. The trick with the baseballer is you want to make sure that you do level them up twice, because that bypasses stealth. And as we get that stealth, that's going to protect some of the speed of these units as they come through. Like these guys right here have stealth. So we want to make sure that we can hit them. And right now, only the blue baseballer can actually do damage. But now we've got the musician and we're starting to get a marksman down. So now we're really picking up steam. To add our negotiator, so in that way we can make everything a little bit cheaper. Did make that adjustment as well, because recon really do anything. So as we progress here, we're going to save a little bit of money by leveling up by having our negotiator, and then our range is going to be massively increased by our musician. So as we level up our farms here to gain a little bit more money, we're just going to be going through and taking down some of these waves. Obviously, as you can see, they're not progressing very far. So we are looking pretty good on that matter, because we don't want them to progress very far. So as we are taking them down, we are keeping it, as you will, of spawn camping. Now you can see they're starting to progress a little bit. So we did have to upgrade some of our units. So as we've upgraded it, they're getting a little bit further because they're getting a little bit harder. So let's go ahead and upgrade our musician, increase our range a little bit more, get these baseballers fully tackled on 2 lanes. And as you can see here, we've got some flying units. So let's make sure our marksman is leveled up, as we are pretty much primarily in the defense strategy for our flying units. We've got our baseballers, 2 of them max level now, and we still have our pyromancer, which we need to get leveled up, and a few other things down. But we do have our marksman now with a giant range. As you can see, it's covering almost 2/3 of the map because of musician, and we were able to level it up pretty quickly because negotiate. So as you're looking through and playing through this game, make sure you're looking at what you need to do. Early game, I highly recommend the baseballer. I highly recommend making sure you have a marksman. Pyromancer has splash, which means that it can technically get a little bit of the flying, and then you have musician for range, negotiator to make things cheaper. So these are going to be hugely beneficial units, and realistically a farm is always going to be easy. There are going to be times when a farm isn't necessarily going to pay off, but that's definitely not early game. So let's continue pushing through here. As you can see, we do have a buff noob, which is going to be walking around. This is our time where I'm really starting to make some gold so that we can upgrade our units, place more, and go through. You see that we have 2 pyromancers that are pink, which means that they are at their max level. We have our baseballers at gold, which means that they are at their max level. And then we have our marksmen. As you can see, we're starting to get those in gold. That means that they are at their max level. So let's continue to push through here. Let's get this buff noob taken care of. And yeah, let's call that a day for beating 3 mods. So as you can see, I continuously play, and we're just going to power through the game and ultimately grind for coins. Let's go back into summon. We have officially hit pity on Mythic, and we're going to get our first Mythic unit here, right at the farm, right here. So we hit 400 of 400. You do actually have to hit the 401st summon, and then that way we get our Mythic. So here comes our Mythic, and let's see which one we get. Let's go. We got a mini gunner. All right, I know that this thing just shreds stuff running through, and it is great for DPS. Let's get it into our loadout here, and let's get it added. Let's go straight into gameplay, and let's see if we can handle 3 modifiers here, and of course, we're going to try hard, because hard is going to net us the most coins right now. Let's get up to that 2x, place our farms, and continue on here. So as we are going ahead and we're placing our farms, of course, we need to place our marksmen. We're roughly staying within the same path. Obviously, we're going to end up replacing a minigunner now instead of another unit. You can see that we did end up removing the negotiator. It is going to cost us a little bit more on upgrades, but overall, it's going to give us that extra unit, and that unit is going to do a lot of DPS. All right, we have it placed, and as you can see, it is just melting units. Let's get our base ballers down, and let's see if we can get spawn camping here. Ooh, this is starting to look pretty good. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this beat. Now, this is my first time testing with a Mythic, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this goes perfectly. We ultimately could end up losing still, but I think we're really close. So let's go ahead. We've got our diamond marksman as we have mastered it again. And ultimately, let's get these leveled and drop a position, get some extra range, and another mini gunner. And we do have some flying units here coming around. Let's get some more money going. Realistically, I probably should be leveling up. There we go. I was going to say we probably should be leveling up our base ballers at this point, as we are getting ready to leak. And yeah, we ran into some fast stuff because we weren't ready up front on this one. So let's go ahead, replay, and I want to say that we can do it. So let's hop right back into hard, and let's give it one more test with some simple modifiers. All right, so let's get our farm down first as usual. Second farm down, and I think we're going to stay with the marksman because that's ultimately what's been working to get those first waves. Really, it's just about organizing that middle wave section a little bit better so we can get everything placed. All right, so we have our second one down here. Okay, and we're going to just jump straight to base ballers because realistically, this is where it's starting to hammer home that base baller is a great starter, and we need to make sure that we have that. So let's get our base baller, let's get our 2 marksmen, and let's get our mini gunner down right away, as well as a pyromancer. And as you can see, once we've got that updated, we are doing a good job at spawn camping, but we need to make sure that we have at least 1 marksman with some air coverage. So we have 2 of them. There we go. All 3 of them now at least have fly. So we are good for air coverage. So let's get some more base ballers because they seem to really be doing well, as well as our pyromancer. All right, so we have our front 3. Now let's go start leveling stuff up, starting with our farms so that we can get some additional money. And then now our farm again. And we need to really start leveling up these base ballers. All right, we are through stealth and we have a maxed base baller, and it is just destroying. So as you can see, base baller is absolutely a fantastic starter. And if you can get a shiny one mixed with Apex, it is great. So those fast things are where we lost last time. All we did was we upgraded our base ballers faster. So it does seem like we are going to progress further as long as we get this flying thing. All right, we did get the flying thing. So let's push forward. All right, so now let's drop our musician, increase our range, so then that way our marksman can go even further, as well as our mini gunner. And as you can see, we are starting to hit that front row as well as the side row. We officially are at the blue level on our mini gunner and ultimately pushing through the rest. So let's upgrade our farms. And there we go. Let's grab the other one here. And now we need to place some more stuff. So let's continue to place through here. And let's see, it's level. All right, we have max on one pyromancer. And let's add some more baseballers. Seems like we've got a lot of ground units. And realistically, I want to make sure that we have coverage here. Okay. All right. Go. Got around all the edges. And let's throw a minigunner in the middle so it covers that entire loop. All right. Now we are really starting to make some decent progress. And we are taking these units out rather quickly. Now it's just a matter of going through and trying to get everything leveled up. So let's work on these baseballers. As you can see, we've got the mini gunner in the middle at gold for the range. And let's continue to work on our baseballers here. Come on, give me the last bit of money. There we go. And continue to level up my baseballer and pyromancer. And now we are doing some damage. Okay, we've got pink there, so we're max level. Let's get through and armor for our minigunner, which is really going to start to melt the bosses and our bigger units. Okay, all right, and now let's do our marksman to get even more range out of them. All right, we need to get rid of the blue thing. All right, got it. And let's throw down another minigunner, just max it out right away. And as you can see, we are really starting to do some damage here. But I do want to note that you do have to actually place your units. You have to actually level up your units, which is what makes this game fun. It's hard. It's not easy. Now, let's continue to push through because we are approaching the end here. And let's see. Let's get our pyromancer down. And, oh, all right, come on. Let's get another marksman just because we got a bunch of flying stuff coming at us. Let's get some more down. And we are officially closing in. It's placing at this point. I want to make sure that I have everything done. I'm going to place as many units as possible because here comes the Noob King. And we want to make sure that we take down the Noob King because this is the final boss of the level. So let's continue pushing. Let's continue leveling up. Our marksman down here. And we are doing a lot better than what we were last time. So look at this. We are already working on getting the Noob King down. And we haven't even gotten to that first corner on the loop. Now we're through and we are closing in on a quarter of its damage. So we are looking really good here. This halfway point still has not come. And we are closing in on that halfway point. All right. And we are going to progress here. Oh, this is looking like it might happen. And if so, this is going to speed up getting our coins as we push for a secret. Because I know that we're going to need a secret to be able to beat Extreme in those events. I know I want to get that done. So let's continue. Come on. Oh, we got this. We are well over half. And we are at the halfway point. We are just adding units. So look at this thing being shredded. We got it. We got it. Let's go. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. And we will see you in the next one where we are going to get a secret, hopefully. And we are going to start playing and trying to beat Extreme and get to the event. Hopefully that's next episode. I will see you then. Enjoy and have a wonderful day.